So I just got back from the embassy. I got the process started for my visa. The embassy was insane. It was, oh man, it was so many, it was packed. It was packed. The security there is crazy tight. I told them I need to get out of this country, and they're going to be able to process it the same day, it looks like. But they don't allow anything in there, so they don't allow like cell phones at all, which means I'm coming from somewhere else. I have no one to wait outside to watch it, so gotta leave a cell phone at home. And all I could think of is if this cab driver takes me somewhere and if I get in trouble, I am super screwed, because then he has my license. Like, that didn't happen, fortunately, but I got to go back. Anywho, I don't know. Ugh. It's a huge relief that I'll at least be able to get my passport soon. Hopefully, it looks like. It did feel a little bit crazy seeing all the people trying to get in. It was like 8 time. Yeah, it was like 8 a.m. It was so they have like queuing lines outside, like for concert. My parents are going through a divorce, and they're meeting this morning, and that's obviously a tough time for everybody. And it's interesting. I've talked to them both to try and keep things as civil as possible as they go through this process. And my dad's pretty good about it. Dad taking responsibility and doing what he can. My mom is really struggling. So last night I spent time creating, she doesn't want to talk, like at all, and I try and ask her some questions, and she's unwilling to even have a conversation, which means she's really scared, and that's tough because it's been like a year, and I knew that I go in as delicately as I can, but that's happening. I really want the best for both my parents. That doesn't necessarily mean them being together. I think at this point it might be better for them to be apart. But if you see, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna end. And it could change things, like with me and my mom too, because I sent her a video really imploring her to think about a couple things, giving her the most helpful advice and suggestions that I can during a very difficult time. And I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I got feedback that shit wasn't taken well. But you know what? I feel really good, because regardless of how it turns out, because I've done everything that I could do. It's so not fun having some of those conversations, but they're important conversations. They're very important conversations. Anyway, I don't know if you're very familiar with some of the work that Neil Strauss has done, who wrote the game. He, a little while back, wrote a book called The Truth, where he talks really openly about the effect of his parents on him and his development, and how a lot of times our parents can totally screw us up, and they do screw us up.
And I would say a lot of times, I think some people can see it, a lot of times they can't. It doesn't mean they're bad. They're dealing with what they have, but I think that definitely happened with us as kids. And it's taken me a long time to see it, because you don't want to see that. You know, I grew up having like a perfect, what appeared to be like a perfect life, but of course it wasn't, and I'm starting to see only now some ways that it really wasn't, some really damaging things that happened in the way we communicate and deal with each other. So that's this whole divorce and how, you know, what's happening with my mom is bringing it up, and that's good, because it means that I can work on it. But yeah, I should have a new passport by 3 o'clock today, so that means lunch, and then I'm gonna head over just to make sure I make it on time.